Maybe tell a joke, holding back yardsticks, singing minimal.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Jones, throwing on third and long. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 34. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
48-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Naeem Hines.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 24, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They go play action. Rivers looking deep for Gabriel. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. There to stop him on the tackle, Jack Sitchie.
It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones is going to find his running back. It's complete.
Jones pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
No score.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Will sneak it, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, Rivers. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And
a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Jones now on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
43 yards.
It's a big play there for Tennessee. 43 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
From 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
At their own
around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Jones. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Hines, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 30, the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And this is incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 77 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's brought down. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
That's all you got! And a loose football, and the Colts pick it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
lining up for the point after.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space.
Here we go. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Complete to
Jakeem Grant, 37 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
180, round 80. Hey, 79, 79.
On third down, Rivers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
1-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of 3, second down.
Up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 29, Titans 19.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35-yard line. To throw again, Jones. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And his kick is right through.
Score, Colts 36, Titans 19.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check 33. 33. You ain't doing none of that. Check right 33. Check right 33. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. He's going to let it go again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Jones now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
The Colts 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Grant.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let it fly.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
1-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. But this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called.
First and 10.
Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Rivers here to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
43.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whippers. Cases. Marathon, man, I'm a slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Going plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with